Hello, everybody. This is Chris Connors, and I am going to talk to you about my favorite place to vacation. I'm going to take a little bit of a detour from what I think a lot of other people are doing because Jenny, went ahead and picked Iceland, which you can see is my background here. She stole my thunder, and so I'm going to have to go to someplace else. So let me go ahead and open up World of Warcraft. So I don't know if you remember, at the beginning I talked about Vilter. Here is my level 100 hunter. And I'm going to go ahead and show you my favorite place to go in the World of Warcraft. So let me go ahead and enter the world here. And what I actually am excited to kind of show you about too is that computer games take a lot of the stuff that people have been talking about in all of the readings and what Miller's been talking about in terms of cognitive load, different types of attention theories, and also not to mention designs in terms of how to go and create learning environments that are problem-based, problem-based learning. So you can see that there's a lot of stuff going on now, which is new. I haven't logged in for a while because I've been working on this course. And I'm going to close out of that for now.
Heroes of the Alliance,
Oh,
I write to you in Azeroth's darkest hour. From the maw of hell, the burning armies of the Legion have returned.
uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Well, let me go and... Oh, here's somebody talking to me. Hi, Stancia. So, Stancia is a member of my guild from Calgary. Edmonton. That's right. She's from Edmonton. And I'm going to see if my friend Jeremy is on. Because one of the things that I really liked about the Waste piece was he was talking about how people are looking for community in the world. And even though I'm not looking at a screen and doing a vlog, there is a very in-depth community here. So my best friend Jeremy should be on. So I went ahead and opened up my bags, and I am going to go and pick, let's see here, the Band of the Kirin Tor. I'm just going to go and put this ring on, which doesn't sound like it will do anything, but it allows me to teleport to the head capital of my favorite continent. Oh, and there's Jeremy now. His name is Davnica. So I am a werewolf, and he is a extraterrestrial goat. And you'll see what I mean by that in a moment. So let me go and right back to him. Hey, Dav. Flying to Howling Fjord. So, Howling Fjord is like the Norway of World of Warcraft. So you can see that these worlds are very, very large and are just full of lots of non-player characters, lots of kind of local flair, but then there's also, of course, populated by other players. This is a massively multiplayer online game, which has actually a lot of similarities with MOOCs that we've been talking about. In terms of some people will just go drop in, drop out, and you can't really win a massively multiplayer online game. You can just continually improve your character. And you can see that there's a lot of buttons that we have here. And if I go and I'm going to press the P key, you can see that my spell book is just filled with all sorts of different spells. And I get tooltips when I go and I move over these, but there's just so much information here. And what the game developers do, which is really nice, is that when you start a character, the idea is that you go and you just start to, click and kill, click and kill. Go in and kill a boar, go and kill some bandits, go and collect some things. And while you do this, you're learning the basic kind of mechanics of how to target, how to walk, how to communicate, what non-player characters do. And by the end of your experience, because you start at level 1, so here's level 100, by the end you basically have knowledge of all the kind of the core mechanics. But then you have to go and fine-tune your more innate, more advanced skills, so like coordination, how to go and multitask, multi-target, things of that nature. So again, very complex system that is available to everybody once you go through kind of that first few hours of play. And a lot of the exploration part of it is just kind of the icing on the cake. So here we're entering Howling Fjord, which is my favorite place in all of World of Warcraft. I find of course the bagpipes are always a great addition, but the Aurora that we have, Aurora Azariath, because this is not the world. And let me go and see, where are you at, Dav? Actually, I'm going to right-click on him, and I'm going to invite him to a group. Oh, let's see. So in my mini-map up here, I now have a little arrow kind of showing me where Davnica is. So I'm going to press my M key. Sweet. So this entire zone is kind of built around the lore and mythology of what the people are the Vrykul, as opposed to the Vikings. So again, it's like a little mini Norway. And theoretically, Davnica is waiting for me on top of this large structure. So for a game that is basically a third-person perspective, you would think that it to be very isolating, but let me go and show you Dav here. So Dav is Jeremy in real life, and I'm just going to wave to him here.
Woo!
And he is one of my best friends in the whole world, and we met playing on World of Warcraft. So let me go and say, can you show off those goat legs and your outfit? And you can kind of see what his character is. There we go. Now, I'm going to be a little cheeky here, and I'm going to flirt with him.
What? It's my thing.
There, that's my thing. So, basically, oh, look. He's got, holding up his selfie camera. Because yes, you can have selfie cameras in World of Warcraft. And there we go. What I wanted to kind of, focus in on too is the innate ability of finding community and relationships through lots of different avenues, and even if it requires an avatar, which in a way is an embodiment of yourself, but also like maybe the way that you wish you were. So maybe I wish I was a large werewolf. But anyway, thank you so much for going through, letting me show you a little bit about the World of Warcraft, and let me ramble on a little bit. And I'm now going to go and run a dungeon with Dad. All right, take care, everybody.